Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Better off, better off. I am wicked, you're insane. But I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, I'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, or toe to toe, we're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. Cause together, we're better off, and we can. Better off, better off. Better off. I am crooked, you're clean cuts. I'm wide-eyed, your eyes are shut. If I'm knocked out, we'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, or toe to toe, we're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. Cause together, we're better off, and we can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So why is it so hard to let you go? To let you go. So why is it so hard to let you go? To let you go. So why is it so hard to let you go? Let you let you go.
lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven, it found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Streamline Minor League Tournament. My name is Pon and I'm joined today by Fish. Fish, with that creaky chair in the background, how is it going?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I gotta get this thing fixed, man. How are you today?
Man, I'm doing just fine. We got an exciting match coming up today. It's going to be Exiled versus Roaring Tigers, and for some of the people out there that might be wondering what Exiled is, this is Team Peak's new name. There, I think they're trying to put a new face on moving forward in the tournament. Um,
Oh, yeah. I mean, me not me. Sorry, zoned out there. I was trying to move around
You
without
are fine.
making too much noise there.
Oh, you were
No,
fine. You're
but me
fine.
being new to this tournament, haven't really seen Team Peaks play too much or um Roaring Tigers. I can't remember who the first two teams that I casted were in this league, but let's hope that it's an interesting game today.
Interesting. It is going to be. I mean, Team Peaked is a super aggressive team. I really like their play style. And Roaring Tigers has held up very well throughout the tournament, but we are going to be moving on to the map ban phase. We've got to see both of these teams play on Clubhouse as you know, just about every single match we've had so far in the tournament has been a Clubhouse match. Don't believe we've seen Consulate today, but what are you looking forward to moving forward into this map ban phase?
Definitely not seeing Clubhouse because I feel like even when I'm watching, not even just casting, it's mostly just that Clubhouse that you're always seeing. So it'd be nice to change some stuff up here and maybe get a Coastline or an Oregon. Something else than just the same over and over again.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I would absolutely love to see something else come out, but Clubhouse, I think at this point, I'm pretty sure we can consider ourselves professional professional Clubhouse casters because just how much we've seen that map. But we are going to be moving forward into this map ban phase, and we're waiting for the first pick to come out. I'm expecting either a Coastline today, a Clubhouse, or an Oregon.
See, for me, I feel like the Oregon's just going to be banned out because it being the new map to the competitive map pool, teams don't have that much experience on it. And I feel like the theme park, the villa, the cafe, the consulate, and the Coastline would have much more bulletproof strats than the Oregon ones.
Yeah,
Especially,
or continue.
yeah, especially with it obviously only being Clubhouse that's really played. I feel like Oregon defenses and attacking strats aren't there where they need to be yet for that map to be picked.
Yeah, and as we are talking, it looks like Exiled, or the original Team Peaked, is going to be taking Consulate off the board. No surprise there, seeing how just about every team in this tournament has kind of a negative affinity towards Consulate. It's a very tough map to play on. I know I talk about this just about every stream, but because a majority of that match is played outside, and because of the pace, it's a little bit more challenging for teams to really come up with decent strategy that they can execute well. And Roaring Tiger are going to be taking Clubhouse off the board. Thank you, Roaring Tiger.
Yeah, definitely. So, seeing Roaring Tiger do this, definitely because obviously Clubhouse has been played way too often, it makes me feel that they don't have a decent enough strat that they think can go up against Exiled. So, I don't know too much about these teams, but I feel like we're going to see a cafe playing.
Yeah,
And
Roaring Tiger actually won their Clubhouse game very convincingly. They had played Tilt Esports, or was it Roaring Tiger that played Tilt? No, I think it was actually Team Peak that played Tilt on this being on Clubhouse, and they absolutely demolished them. It was from start to finish just an absolute slaughter, and I was very excited to see it. It was Roaring Tiger that had taken Tilt, and then Peak had played Virus Esports and did very well against them. We are going to see Coastline come off the board, and as we are talking, there are a few more picks coming out. Coastline's going to be off the board. Oregon's going to be off the board.
Yep. And I'm thinking next it's going to be a Villa, Oh no, the cafe ban comes out from Exiled. So here between on the cider is Roaring Tiger to choose between theme park and villa.
Definitely did not expect. Definitely didn't expect to see a theme park or a villa. If we, I would say that would go more towards Roaring Tiger's way. I mean, Team Peak, we got to see their first game on theme park, and they absolutely demolished the team they played. Actually, my apologies. This was not them. That was Virus Esports that demolished the theme park the first time through. So it's great. A little bit more of an interesting. Have been seen as being a little bit more defender sided, but we are going to be going to theme park today for our first map.
Alrighty. Well, the theme park can be seen as a more defender-sided map just because of some of the sites on there. But definitely, I've seen some really great attacking strats being played on that. Alright, we're just waiting on a few more people just to get the game started and going.
Yeah, we are getting.
Yeah.
I mean, so theme park plays out very interesting. You get to see a lot of I've seen a lot of really good attacker strats. I've also seen a lot of interesting bans. When we saw, I believe it was, oh, who is it that came out? I believe it was in the NA major. Was it? Oh my gosh, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart here. It's TSM, I believe, that had played on the map, and they banned Thermite. A Thermite ban is very popular to see on this map, especially for how powerful he is getting into bedroom, and then also taking out the walls into throne and armory. So because of how powerful Thermite is, I could actually expect to see him taken off the board. I don't know how you expect this to really be played out.
Well, there's always the anti-breach that normally will counter the Thermite there. So I feel like on the attacking side from one of the teams, we're definitely going to see a Maverick ban. Well, maybe not definitely, but that's a Maverick ban could be used, especially for that lab wall, or sorry, the barrels wall and the maintenance wall.
Yeah, and a Thermite ban we could expect to see coming out, because a lot of teams will do that a little bit more as a comfort ban. But we are going to be starting this map. We have everybody in, and I kind of want to talk about some of the impact players to look out for in today's game. On the side of Team Peaked, their entire team is filled with just heavy fraggers. I believe it was Talbice and Lego that came up pretty big last time, and Hazex also came up big in a few of their rounds. But it seems that they had those three guys really just going back and forth, and they kind of spread out their kills a bit. But we've seen Talbice being a very talented fragger, Lego playing that secondary support very well. I'm definitely interested to see how they play out today. And Thatcher coming off the board early. And so we're going to be moving on to the second ban. Thatcher not being super surprising, and it's going to be a Montang ban.
Montang. So no bans to the hard breachers. And with that Thatcher off the board, the anti-breach is going to be a problem there. So I feel like we're going to see both teams going to probably try and fit a Maverick somewhere there in their lineup just to hopefully eliminate those bandits if they choose to run a bandit.
Yeah, we could definitely see Maverick being taken out, and we could also be seeing a Buck maybe mix in with a Sledge or a Buck in the Maverick, where they can actually throw the grenades over and they can clear out the ADSs with Buck stuns, and then they can clear out whatever breach now they have. And we're going to be seeing a Kaid ban. That is going to play in. That's going to play in very heavily because there's a Thatcher ban, so it's going to make it a little bit more challenging for the defenders to hold Armory and Throne. And then the last ban we will be seeing coming in is an Echo ban, and I don't think there are any surprises there with that Echo ban.
No. But what I can say is that the whole thing about the frag grenades going over the top of the maintenance and the lab walls is that with there being no mirror ban, I could see certain teams maybe one game putting one of the mirrors on those walls and hopefully throwing a few nitro cells over to either trick or eliminate anybody who's trying to get that wall open. That's a very common play, and most times the attackers do expect it, and they can't stop it because it's a quick throw and then you blow it up and it's done. You lose your thermite, you lose your maverick, you lose whoever's trying to get that wall open.
Yeah, so the roam game is going to have to come up heavy for both these teams here. We're going to be seeing both a Jaeger and a Wamai on the board, and we're going to be going to Initiation Office to begin. Looks like we're going to have that 6-pick onto Legion, and Talbice was very deadly on the Legion on Clubhouse. On his defensive side, he was the top performer, especially playing with that Type 89 from the Legion.
So interestingly, I'm not seeing the Armory Throne site being played first, which is normally the most common just because there's only 3 certain strats that attacker can push from, making it very easy for defenders to pick it off. But they actually went Initiation and Office. I think that's what these sites are called. With that mirror pick, interesting to see where those mirrors are going to be set up, just because, well, with her peeking so deadly, as long as she's on one of those mirrors, can quickly rush in.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So where these are coming in right now. Oh, continue.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we're seeing one put up here in control and the other one going into office. Just to watch anybody who tries to push from that balcony, and another one to watch anybody who tries to push in from, that hatch up on the roof and control there.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to be opening up those. It looks like they're going to be opening up those hatches, and the way that this site can be taken a lot of different ways. And move and push towards, I believe it's the south side of the map. Gain that control, cut off the defenders from rotating in from below, and then do a push using their hard breachers to open up that initiation wall. But because they have the mirror playing in there and they have those roamers on top of Cafe's stairs, it's going to make it a little bit more challenging. It looks like they do have some initial control over Cafe, and they know that they have a player in Bunks at this moment. Was that Bunks?
Yeah, if we look at, yeah, that is Bunks. Vice trying to get some early aggression started there. Not going to go, but his Haze is picked off through the arcade window.
And quickly traded off by Talbice. Talbice now retreating back, or he's going to be playing at the top of yellow stairs at very low HP, but that's going to be your 2 entries off the board, being that Jackal and that Sophia, and Decaps is going to be taken off by History, and it's going to be a 2v5 on. It's going to be a 2v5 on the side of the attackers, playing out very defender-sided, but Unknown being a very, very powerful hard breacher. We had seen him go off on that thermite in their last game against Virus, and it's going to be all left onto that hard breacher, that primary and secondary support for taking over this round. With Haze X off the board, that's going to be the Jaeger off the board, but Talbice coming up big on defense. It's all going to be left onto Unknown. He's going to be trying to make something happen, but no, Lego on that Bandit is able to take him off, and that is going to be the first round won by the defenders.
Yeah, their Wrong Tigers didn't clear the top of yellow stairs, probably where Bice was playing, and with him on incredibly low HP, had they known he was there, he definitely would have been taken out and would have tied up the odds there. Who's to say if they still would have won it then? But just some poor playing there by Wrong Tigers. They could have definitely figured out that Bice was on top of yellow stairs there and avoided getting peeked by him.
Yeah, and I think it's funny, Talbice has switched up his name, I think, every single game they've played so far. Now it's Tal the Bice. I think last time it was something else pretty funny. But yeah, having Talbice playing at the top of yellow stairs, that was such a powerful position because he prevented that push coming in from Cafe. And with HazeX playing at the top of arcade stairs, he prevented that entire side of the map control. And with the Miras in control in offices,
Attackers
I
need to
mean,
locate
they
and defuse
held
the
it
bomb.
off very well. There was nowhere the attackers really could push comfortably, and I think a lot of this came down to a lot of that round came down to the fact that the attackers didn't drone out the defenders properly. They came in for more phase checks, and without having that information, the defenders just swung on them because the attackers didn't know their positions and won those gunfights. It was more all the gunfights were more in the they were more in the favor of the defense, and they capitalized on it perfectly.
Seconds left.
Now, this is something that I don't normally see, especially on a bunk daycare kind of play, is that the defense has actually expanded and sort of taken control over initiation and office here, with the mirror being set up in the same place, looking onto control, and the vigil playing on top of Dragon Stairs, trying to get some early picks here on the bunk. Sees one, not gonna get it, not gonna deal any damage either. They are aware that he is upstairs and on the roam now. And so I'm sure that Roaring Tiger is going to be a little bit more careful about who they send in and where they send him in without droning.
Yeah, not giving up that control of initiation is actually very smart. We do see a lot of teams do more of an extended hold, because an extended hold, putting those mirrors looking into control, and usually you'll have a player playing at usually you have a player playing in cafe, one playing at the top of arcade stairs or at that long arcade hall to prevent the long angle, and then you just and then you open up the wall into break room to prevent them from dropping into break room. So it looks like that is a very similar setup to what we're seeing now. They're preventing that entire side of the map from gaining any control, and we're having HazeX roaming by, and we're gonna see some gunfights coming out.
Drones dropping down into control and into office. Nobody's going to be droned out besides HazeX himself. Obviously, Bice playing in initiation, but location unknown. Hayes going to get picked off by Ada. Or Ada. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that name right. Oh, and Bice is going to get 2 with that Vigil, unable to be droned out. But then he's going to get quickly picked off by, I think it was D's Caps.
Yeah, D's Caps took him off the board playing on that Jackal, but those are 2 very crucial picks. All of your hard breaches off the board, so now you have to rely entirely on soft destruction, and we've seen Idea XQ come up very big for his team before, but now we're going to be seeing gunfights coming in, and Idea XQ being I'm just going to call him Ada at this point. Ada being at such low HP, it's going to be tough to win out any of those gunfights, especially because it's just 1 bullet for him to go down, and they're trying as hard as they can to get this bunks control, but Xantus is going to take Caps off the board, and a wide peek coming in from Xantus in the end there, and Ada is going to be taken off. That's another round won by the defense.
Xantus was that quick double kill there. Amazing plays by him there, especially with Mira being one of those ops. This is basically wall hacks is what we're going to call her, but when you use her right and to your advantage the defense, then it just makes the defense all that more better than the attack, and attackers really have to work on their strats to get around and behind or wherever you can kill her from. But if you don't eliminate that Mira, it's very hard to get site control.
Yeah, and Mira had rotated out of sight to pick off Caps, and they knew that the attackers were almost committed at a take from initiation, but the problem there is that initiation is so hard because the defenders can flank, they can rotate around and flank up Dragon Stairs, and they can also just, I mean, having that Mira playing in there, knowing those locations, and especially having Tau or Ada being left at such low HP, that high fire rate of the Vector makes it a very hard gunfight to win. So I really liked that swing from Xantus there, and team peaked. I mean, Tau usually is the top frag on the team, but there is no one player not getting a whole bunch of the kills. We saw History come up big. We saw HazeX try and get some opening picks and play a little bit with more early round aggression, and I really like the way that Team Peaked is playing right now.
Yeah, I think that they're definitely coming in aggressive and strong here. Everybody in the team pulling their own weight right now.
5 seconds remaining.
Finally seeing that armor rate thrown defense, which is normally always goes in the side of defenders, but the way that they're playing, I can pretty much already see this round going in the side of them, just because, like I talked about earlier, those three main stress points that the attackers have to push in from. Seeing a roam game, again, Tao trying to get Tao the Beast, the Bice, trying to get some early picks here. He's gonna see somebody coming into lab window. Shot's gonna go out, gonna connect, and that's gonna be Nano taken off. That's Diffuser drops right outside the lab window. Obviously, it's gonna get picked up.
Yeah, but that's when your hard
Unknown.
breacher's off the board. And now Unknown is going to be peeking the window as the secondary hard breach. I don't know if I agree with that decision. That's very aggressive early on from the only hard breacher you have left on the board. This site without a hard breacher is almost impossible to take. I mean, we saw TSM take it once without having a hard breacher, but that's TSM. I mean, right now
Yeah.
it's going to be made very challenging for the attackers. It looks like they're going to be trying to take control of Top Dragon's stairs right now, but we have that defender playing right there, and that's going to be Caps taken off the board by Hazex. Another early peek by him, very well done. Xantis going to be taken off Adia, and it's going to be left onto Kutu and Unknown Error.
Yeah, Santos there playing with 17 bullets, obviously waiting on the support of his teammate there. Just 17 bullets in a mag. Can't really take out too much of an attacking line. That's the second hard breacher taken off by History. And last one's Office, and it's going to get taken off. That's quick double there for History. And that'll be the round for Team Exiled. Obviously showing that new name doesn't come with their new plays, and that they are still as strong as they once were.
Yeah, and I think they're coming up even stronger. I mean, Tao the Bice was able to get that early pick, but later in the round, it was really the other players coming up big. Xantis with the two-piece, Hazex taking out Decap, which was the entry fragger. I mean, that is my favorite thing about Team Peaked, is that they spread out the kills a lot. Like, they do have a lot of those top performers. I don't remember History. I think that might be a player with a new name. But we're seeing a lot of that aggression. I mean, Lego always comes up big on attack. He usually plays that hard breach role.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
But yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Team Peaked, and Nano right now needs to start picking up the pace a little bit. I mean, Roaring Tiger does very well. They're usually a very structured defensive team. And on a map like Theme Park, that'll play out very well for them. But on attack, it just seems like a lot of their attacks are uncoordinated. The defense is using their early roam game to get early picks, and because of that, they're not able to get map control that they want, and they seem to all funnel into almost the same area.
10 seconds.
And from them, the defense just collapses on whatever area that is, and it's been very successful. But we are going to be going back to this initiation hold, and we're going to be seeing a little bit of I don't know if we're seeing a little bit of a different mirror setup, but it looks like they're kind of switching everything up and playing a little bit more fluid.
Well, I don't know. I think they're going to set up that office mirror again, but I don't see that happening just with Bice down below there playing on that pulse. He's going to get some early picks on anybody who tries to really push into office. Not going to notice that drone, and he's going to get taken out early from the throne room push that they just had. Or, sorry, gong room. So that's Bice, one of the heavy fraggers off of the board, but like we were talking about earlier, everybody's really pulling their own weight, and I don't see this as too much of a hard hit on Exiled.
Yeah, the only area that's going to come in is the late round if they wanted to deny it from below. It was kind of unlucky. He was playing in that gong room, and Decap's coming up a little bit bigger now. Hazex going to be taken off the board, so those are your heavy roamers. Now it's going to be left all into the anchors to take it through to the end, and Cap's going to be left on about 25 HP, and the rest of the defenders are playing on site. We have two playing over here. No, it looks like Mira's rotating out a little bit.
Well, yeah, obviously, Exiled playing quite
Attackers have
aggressive
located
here.
a bomb.
But with the amount of intel that the Exiled can gather right now and the anti-breaches they still have, I would probably be playing aggressive too, just with those Valk camps and the mirrors giving you intel of where everybody, well, not everybody, but where most of the defenders are pushing into site. That can definitely help you out quite a bit when trying to stop a push, because I can just see a full 5 push coming in right now from Roaring Tigers. These caps with the triple taken off Xanthus. These cap finally getting taken out by Lego.
Bomb located by attackers.
Lego left in a 1v3. Is Flash, nothing to see.
He's gonna be left full flash. He's gonna be trying to do a retake over from initiation, but the attackers playing it very smart. They're just cutting off the rotate angles, and they're gonna get that diffuser down. So now it's going to have to be a post plant retake from Lego. He is at full HP, and we have seen Lego come up pretty big before, but he's gonna be seen by the defender's hold. He's gonna be left down at about 1 HP. Kutu switching over to that pistol, and it is going to be the attacker's first round one.
Yeah, definitely a hard situation to be left in there in a 1v3 retake on a plant. Those flash grenades definitely coming in weren't making it easy for him, as he couldn't stay in one position at the same time just because of where those grenades were coming in from. He rotated out, tried to get that off his pick, but unfortunately Kutu was sitting right there with the G8. One of the greatest guns in the game right now. Hard to beat that, even with the MP7.
Yeah, and something I really like right now coming from the attack was they weren't allowing Peaked to get that early round aggression, leaving them at a man disadvantage. They were able to take out Tao almost immediately playing a Gong, and they were relying heavier on that drone game. We hadn't seen them drone out as much in the prior 3 rounds, and it played a lot to their detriment. It looked like they were just like almost getting caught with their pants down, but now we're seeing them play a little bit more heavy on that intel and forcing the round onto all of the angers being at a 5-3 man advantage. That's the way they're going to have to take it. They're going to have to get Roaring Tiger's going to have to get a little bit more aggressive in those early rounds and to not let Peaked control the map. You saw that they had that my apologies, my mic is cutting out a little bit, and they weren't able to get that west side map control that a lot of teams like to get, or they were able to get that west side map control that a lot of teams like to get, and because the defenders weren't able to disrupt that, they lost the round because of that. They weren't feeding into the east side take, because with how these mirrors and all the utilities set up on the east side, it's very challenging to do so.
Yeah, we're gonna see the same bunk setup that we did last time. Again, with all those mirrors and stuff set up. And Hayes is actually gonna be taking the top of yellow stairs this time, and his story on that Legion, which leaves Vice on the Bandit. Not a bad choice, but surprising that we didn't see him on the Legion again, because like you were saying, he was destroying as a Legion.
Yeah.
Running an IQ here. Again, it's Kutu on that IQ with the G8. Man, that gun is just so good. It makes me upset how many times I've been beat by that gun in my own games.
Yeah, the G8 is a very, very powerful LMG. It's essentially Ash's R4C with a little bit more recoil. Hayes X getting an early pick on Ada. That's gonna be your secondary entry off the board, and it's not going to be traded out. The attacker's gonna get a little bit more passive when pushing yellow stairs.
He's unaware that there's 3 other guys down there trying to support that teammate. I don't think he's gonna keep peeking that, but let's hope he doesn't, because that'll be another pick off him. Histo Ray on the Legion, gonna take one off on Dragon Stairs. But as Kutu looks away, it's Hayes back on yellow stairs to get 2 of them. Wow. Talk about an aggressive defensive play there. We saw everybody pushing that downstairs. We saw 4 of them come in on the bottom floor, and all the defenders sort of came down there and supported each other. And yeah, I don't think we had a single top floor gunfight where the site was.
Every single one of those, almost every single one of those fights happen right at the bottom of those yellow stairs. It looks like this is something where the attackers need to kind of work on a little bit, is that they aren't splitting up their map control. They aren't splitting up the attack at all. They're kind of all funneling into the same area, and they're engaging in gunfights and not trading out at all. I mean, we saw Ada taken off very early, and like Ada got taken off very early on in that round and wasn't traded out by Caps, and Caps was playing at the bottom of yellow stairs. He chose to get a little bit more passive, and it allowed for the defenders to then recuperate and then maintain control of top yellow stairs. And with Hazex, that round was won out solely because Hazex held down the top of those yellow stairs very well, prevented any push from coming in there. I'm very impressed with that. I'm very impressed with that east side hold and or that north side hold, and yeah, that was a very well done round by the defense.
Well, you can't forget about how History came down on those dragon stairs just to support them. Was able to pick one off, and then on the distracted by him, Kusu looks away, and History coming back on that refrag at the exact same time. Just such beautiful, like it was in sync, man. That was it was really great the way that those guys were able to play that out together.
Yeah, and Hazex and Tower are usually the top frags, but History also coming up big. We aren't seeing any and this is something else I really like about Peak. We aren't seeing any like one-sided performances. We aren't seeing anybody kind of slouch behind. Everyone is playing their role very well. And even though Lego is the one sitting at only 2 kills right now in round 6, Lego also has had some pretty big impact picks, and I really like how complete it is right now. Right now, it just seems like that early aggression is playing very well for the likes of Pete. But I mean, we also know that this map for a lot of teams is a lot more defender sided. I think Roaring Tiger can really make something happen, but you want to go into your second half with a 4-2 split. So this round is going to be very critical in deciding the fate of Roaring Tiger for the map as a whole.
Well, we were talking about Lego a little bit earlier. It's like a lot of people don't understand that there's the different roles on a team. Is that there's the support role, and that's what he plays. And even though he doesn't show that he gets a lot of kills, he definitely impacts the way that a lot of other team players get the kills.
But we are
History with the quick double. Yeah, you go.
We are going to be seeing History with the quad kill. He needs one more coming in through here, holding those dragon stairs. The last attacker's position is going to be known and taken out by that small little peek hole, and Xantis getting that last kill, but a big round from History with that quad kill, holding off the bottom of dragon stairs. And that is not the round you want to see moving into. If I'm Roaring Tigers, that is not the round that I wanted to have moving over to our defensive side. Very well done by History. And yeah, I mean, that support role is very, very important. But History playing this support as the Valk came up with a quad kill. We're going to be seeing Lego play more of that entry fragger role coming onto the attack now, but very, very well put together on the side of Team Peaked. They just they came up with the answer for every single push from the attack, and I don't think they droned him out at all. I mean, they didn't have a very strong drone economy, but they didn't drone him out, and he punished them for it. That was very well done by Exiled. And if I'm Roaring Tiger, I'm hoping for a big defender round.
Yeah, how many seconds was that into the game production? Can we get that? What was that, like a 20-second game that they played there? Just all rushed in, 4 of them picked off quickly by History, and then Xantis on top of that Mira. But that was in the past. Let's get on to this round. Armory Throne defense here from Roaring Tigers for their first defensive round. Not something that I'm actually too shocked to see. I was more shocked to see the initiation play that we saw from Exiled. Exiled with a pretty decent lineup. You got your 2 hard breachers. The only thing interesting I'm seeing about that is that the Nook is on there. Nook on the board isn't something that I see too often, especially in this level of play. But with
Attackers
the
are moving out to locate a
actually
bomb
no,
and
there
defuse
isn't
it.
really too many new features, especially with those proximity alarms. Nook has become a little bit not as great as she used to be.
Yeah, she's made a little bit less viable. I mean, me personally, I believe that her gadget should I believe that her gadget should counter those proximity alarms.
Those
I think
changes are coming, but they're just not in the game yet. They're actually in the test server right now.
oh,
Yeah.
I actually haven't kept up with a lot of the changes for the next season. I've been a little bit busy these past few days, a little bit with work, a little bit with the vacation, but I didn't realize that that's coming in. I think that having her being able to counter those proximity alarms, it's going to be very big, but we're going to be seeing Talbai's taken off very early by decaps. I was gonna say we're gonna be seeing an early gunfight coming in, and Lego being a little bit passive coming in for that retake.
I think
Because
Decaps is aware that he's of his position. Well, now he definitely is. And he's gonna get taken out. Quick little gun down there from Decap. Wrong Tiger still staying strong in a 5v2 here. Got pretty much one player watching any sort of entrance that they have. Xanta's coming up on yellow stairs. Nobody to instantly take him out, and that's your Nano gonna get that quick pick onto the Maverick. And yeah, it's all up to Xantus sitting here at the top of waiting. Decaps on him. Oh, it's gonna get decaps. Gonna push into control. Not gonna see anybody. I don't think there's anybody else on the top floor sort of waiting for him there. Just gonna hold. Looks like the defenders just want to hold site and sort of wait for him to push down.
yeah, they're getting a little bit more passive. I'm liking that decision, not just flooding him and just putting him into a bunch of 1v1 situations, because we've seen Xantus do very well in those. I like what I'm seeing from Roaring Tiger right now. They got a little bit more aggressive on that defense, getting those 2 early picks onto Tau and Lego. I think that's coming down from the fact that they pushed from somewhere where it was incompletely droned out. And
Bomb
on
located by
Theme Park,
attackers.
that's very important. Xantus is going to be pushing up right now, trying to push into Throne. 3 defenders know his location. He's gonna have to make some magic work right now. He's gonna be able to take Adia off the board. He's gonna push him with that pistol. We have playing right behind Throne, Unknown just waiting for him to come in. He's gonna throw some flashes coming in, but Kutu is going to rotate over to double, but that's not gonna matter. Unknown's gonna take Xantus off the board, and Roaring Tiger's coming up their second round. Very big and commanding defensive round by Roaring Tiger.
Yeah, 1v3 on 1v5 on an Armory Throne is definitely not where you want to be left as an attacker there. But you know what? He played as good as he could, got 2 quick picks, and I'm sure if he had the support of his team just a little bit later in that round, then that could have gone just a little bit differently. But it's going to be 5-2. Xantus 1 game away. Sorry, not Xantus. Exiled just 1 game away from their match point. Let's see what happens now.
Yeah, I mean, Xantus is gonna have to make a lot happen out of it. Having that early aggression coming in, I don't think I really agreed with the I don't know if I agreed with Tao's pick last time. Nook, I don't think was the play. I think that they were hoping to get maybe some sneakier early picks coming in, but because they didn't correctly drone out office, they didn't know that I believe it was Decaps playing in there. They didn't know Decaps playing in there, and he was able to get 2 very big picks, and Lego was not able to equalize that out, and because of that, they were left at the man disadvantage. And if a man disadvantage on attack on this map is it's very hard to overcome. We're going to be going back up to this initiation defense, and we're going to be seeing Tao play on the Yana. I really like the addition of Yana. I think a lot of teams should play her a bit more, especially on Oregon. You can get control of small tower and kitchen dining very quickly using that hologram. And I like how it gives you a lot more intel, and with a lot of these teams, we see a lot of incomplete droning coming in, and a lot of a lot of loss in the drone economies, and having that almost unlimited droning from Diana, I think plays out very well. I'd like to see her played a little bit more in comp play.
Yeah, well, I don't see why not, right? It's an infinite drone, good kit, has some frag grenades, not sure what our other ones are, but it's mainly the frag grenades that you'll see run. On top of her 2 drones and anything else, I'm not sure what her entire kit is. I don't play her too often. I just know that she has the Nomad ARX and the G36, which are 2 pretty decent guns. High fire rates, high damage. So yeah, I completely agree with you. I feel like she should be played a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, she's got that she has that G36C, and she has that ARX, both being very powerful guns. And it looks like we're already going to be seeing Lego in the building. He's playing in office showers, and he's going to be pushing closer to cash. But we are going to be seeing Tao come in. Dia is going to get some early damage on Tao, but not able to finish him off. He is going to be stuck there, and Lego, a big gunfight's coming in with Caps taking out Lego, Nano taking out Hazex, and Xanta's taking out Nano. It's going to be a 3v3. Those are 2 your entries off the board, but that's going to be office. That's going to be almost office control for them.
Quick rush into control here from the Maverick. I don't know if he knows the mirror is there. I don't know if anybody is on that mirror. Yep, they are. If he pushes in, Mira's gonna just give him a little quick peek there and probably take him off the board. Xanta's on this bathroom pal. Again, not something that I've really seen or do myself, but it's just because of the way that you enter, it's very easy to get killed. But it looks like they already have office control. Just need to work on the initiation control, and then hopefully can make their quick push into sight. Decap's gonna get taken off by Xantas. Left here in a 3v2. Vice though down on very low HP. One shot to pretty much almost any weapon.
Yeah, the health advantage not coming in really big for the attackers right now, especially when having to go for these walls, because Xantas could get taken out by that bandit battery just coming right there. He's going to be getting open this bunk's wall, and the location is going to be known. Having this last defender playing in break room, he could make something happen out of it, but we're going to be seeing that diffuser go down. And I don't know if the attackers are aware of his location. They've heard the gunfire, and they're going to get that diffuser down. But now he's playing at the top of arcade, able to get Tao down, but instantly traded out by History. And that is going to be one more round won by Peaked, and that'll put them, or my apologies, one more round won by Exile. It's going to put them on match point.
Well, let's just talk about some team support there. History coming out with that instant refrag there. Didn't even give Kutu a chance to move. Oh, okay. Looks like we're going to go for a quick rehost here. So game will come back in just a second. For now, you're going to go away from the game and just listen to our voices, because that's pretty cool too.
Okay, we're actually going to take a real quick break. We will be moving to a rehost due to a sound bug, and we will be coming right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Real quick, rehost coming in. We are going to match point on the side of Exiled. They've been doing very well so far. The rehost being a little bit due to one of the sound bugs. We've seen that come up quite a few times. We saw that come up during the TSM game this past major, and yeah, I'm really liking what I'm seeing coming in from Exiled right now. I don't know if you have any opinions on that, Fish.
Definitely. Like, wow, what a not so close game. Exile definitely showing that they have some of the best strats in the league, and especially against Roaring Tigers. I felt like Roaring Tigers with that clubhouse ban would have some solid strats for some of the other maps, but I guess they might have that have worked on other teams. But obviously, Exile has bested them this time. But great job, great playing here from both teams. I'd say I feel like even though RT is losing, they still are putting up a decent fight when it comes round to round, not losing so flawless rounds always, but yeah, they're still fighting, which is great.
Yeah, they are really still like they're really giving it their all right now, and we are going over to defense. We saw them win their first defensive round, and they're going to have to. I mean, they're playing with essentially one foot in the grave. One more round won by the attack, and they're done. But we have seen teams come back from a 6-2 deficit before. It's not impossible being on defense on Theme Park, but it definitely is not the easiest. Not the easiest to try and achieve, and we are going to be going back to this Storm's bunk defense, and they just lost this one last round.
10 seconds.
Yeah, well, seeing this mirror strat here, I've seen it with both teams played so far. It's a very strong mirror, especially it stops a lot of people from just dropping down hatch or even pushing in through that window or top dragon stairs without clearing it first. And with no soft destruction from below, it causes a big problem because nobody can actually clear that mirror properly.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a very interesting pick coming in from HazeX on that. HazeX coming in on that. Oh my, that
Oh my
Amaru.
god, the Amaru.
It's early in the morning for me, guys. I'm
For those of you who don't know,
words are not
Amaru
easy.
has a grappling hook. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Well, yeah, HazeX on the Amaru. Amaru, not such a useful team ability, but definitely has a great gun, a great secondary gun, and what's your kit? I don't know. I don't own Amaru yet, so I'm pretty sure
Oh, wow.
she carries flashes. She has flashes now, but what else does she have?
I believe she has flashes and a Claymore. We're going to be seeing some early round aggression coming in here. They
A lot of it,
are
too.
they're trying to get that control of office. That was very crucial for them last time. But Adia is going to really hold this position off well. He's going to take HazeX off the board. It's going to be all in Lego. He's going to get History off the board. The double kill coming in from Adia big, and they are going to struggle to get that office control. He's playing very well in Vault right now, but he's going to be taken off very quickly by Tau. But as I say that, Xantos is able to get another one. That's going to be Nano off the board, and it's going to be a 2v3 on the side of the defense. Very well done with that early aggression, but we lost 5 players off the board right over by that office take.
Yeah, wow. That 5-man rush definitely, I mean, yeah, they did get those 2 picks off, and now we're in a closer game, but seeing them, oh, okay, and that's going to be, Decap's going to pull off that Habana, and then Decap's going to pull off Xanta's quick double kill. But like, where I was going with that is that 5-man rush strat lost them 3 of their guys and the other 2 known location. That's not, we were talking about this earlier, they can't just rush in with 5 people in one place and expect that they're going to kill anybody around them.
No, and I think it was a poor decision not to sacrifice any utility to try and clear out that Jaeger. They knew his location. They could have stunned him out. They could have done something of that sort, but he played it very well. Kind of a choppy execute coming in from Exiled. They committed so strong to the push, but they weren't able to put themselves in a position to win that gunfight. And all of those early deaths on office not being traded out, it really put them at that disadvantage. Being at a man disadvantage again on attack, it's not the position you want to be in.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Moving back to this armory throne defense. This was the first round that was
armory.
won by them was on this. Yeah, continue.
Okay, sorry about that. I talk a lot. No, but armory being one of the easiest sides to defend here. So let's see if RT can maybe sort of make a mini comeback here, getting 4 rounds in. All they have to do would be to win. Well, they only have to win 3 more. It's not that big right now of a loss, but just the way we've been playing, I'm pretty sure that the match is already is pretty much in favor of Exiled right now. Just because of the way that they play and the strats that they have are obviously countering the way that RT is playing.
Yeah, and Roaring Tigers coming up a bit bigger. And Roaring Tigers is a more defensive team. We've seen them win a lot more of their rounds on defense, especially on Clubhouse and playing on a more. I really don't like when people try and talk about some maps being, oh, this map is defender sided, this map is not. I mean, in some of the higher levels of play, yes, that plays out a bit more, but at least for how it's playing right now, the maps could go either way. But Roaring Tiger, they're really going to have to show up big on defense here. And it looks like they're going to have a little bit of a deep roam game, playing one player over by office and one, I believe, in dorms. Those being Idea on the Jaeger and Decaps playing very strong on that Mozzie. And this is going to try and delay the attack as much as possible. Especially on an armory take, you're going to want to delay the attack as much as you can, because if they're not able to get that execute in, they just funnel right in. And Idea going to be taken off very quickly by Xantus, and that is a very crucial pick for them. And both of their roamers going to be taken out. History making it a 5v2 situation. It is going to be all onto Kutu and Unknown Error to win them out this game.
Wow. Okay, so we're gonna see. Looks like Hazex waiting to just push into the blue hallway here. Gonna get hit by a goo mine. Pulling it out. But right there to catch him will be Kuto. With that pick. Oh, but History is gonna actually get Kuto. I'm not sure from where. Last guy playing behind the throne can take out Hazex from blue. CCIQ, and is gonna actually get taken out by Zant. Oh no, History, who is in the other site. Wow, that was a great armory push. I haven't seen anything like that, especially when they go to get the yellow stairs wall. That's something different. All right, well, 7-3 victory in the favor in Exiles. That's just another one to add to their many wins that I'm pretty sure they already have. I don't know. I was looking at a few of the brackets earlier. Is that it for us today?
Yeah, I mean, very well executed there by Team Peaked. I really like the aggression they had. Roaring Tigers, they made it very hard for Roaring Tigers on the attack, and being put at a 5-1 disadvantage going right into the defense, it's a very hard hole to dig yourself out of. Roaring Tigers played very well. They did as much as they could, but because of that early man disadvantage from the defenders, having both of their roamers taken out without any delay from the attack, there really wasn't much that they could do. So GG's all around. Very well done by Team Peaked. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Please stay tuned. I believe we have another game coming up tomorrow at 10 p.m. GMT +8, 10 a.m. for me over on Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, thank you all for joining us, and have a great rest of your night or day.
This whole thing, I like the way you look at me. How about we just go with the flow? Now you know I feel it too. brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. We took my innocence without an alibi. Smoking gun, you got me on the run. We know that will come. We're out up till dawn, but how can I hide it without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Going around like monsters, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi.